ดีค่ะ and welcome all of you to our SoAD annual seminar 2017. The topic, the theme for this year would be SoAD GLOCAL Innovation Leader. And we will spend time at EVASON Hua Hin here during June 1st to the 3rd of June 2017. And then before we start the first session, let me welcome our guests that will help you on our workshop forum. The first is คุณสมนึก กมล เสวิกุล from SCG. The second is Miss Terry G. Duque, Designing Impact, Stanford and Cranbrook. And the third is Miss Sira Apha Siri Virayakun, also from Stanford and Cranbrook. And we also have another guest, and he will be joining us sooner. All of the guests will help us as the facilitator team for tomorrow workshop forum. And also we have new staff for our school. The first one, let me introduce him first. อาจารย์ธีระธนมั่น or อาจารย์โหน่งนะคะ the new staff. He will be the interior architecture. And then another one is อาจารย์ Jakub Gadolinsky or อาจารย์ Kuba for architecture program. Welcome to our family. All right. And then the next session, I would like to invite อาจารย์ Michael Paripol, Tantrongchit, our dean, to share the school vision and performance report. And also he's very welcome for the Q&A session from the floor as well, right?
Yes.
And then, okay, so please, อาจารย์ Michael.
Okay, thank you very much อาจารย์แป๋วนะครับ I'm quite excited today. Seems like it's a good time. A lot of people joining this meeting today in here. So that's I think a good sign that all of us become interested in joining force to move our school forward. So I'm very glad for that. And my session is not going to be a lot of lecture, but reminding about the direction that we are going. And I would like to take the chance to thank everybody in this room for all the efforts that we put in to make our school better. Okay, so maybe I repeat something, I use the same slides and so on and so forth. But from 1 month ago when we have the evaluation and I had a chance to discuss different things with the staff, and it seems like the message we would like to send to all of the members are not pushed through. So it means that we still not knowing what is the vision of the school. We don't know what is the kind of performance we need to deliver and things so on and so forth. So it might be good to recap some of the things that we used to discuss many times. Okay. 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 So let's start with we as one team, right? And again, we have discussed this in different occasions about the structure, the management structure of the school, which currently actually there's no division between programs. So it means that the whole school is running as one entity, then there's no separation. But of course, we have been working something in between, like programs and school, and there's a questions of what would be the roles of heads of the program and so on and so forth. But conceptually, started out when Ajahn Krai would set up the school. He would like the school to be one entity, and everybody, all in this room, is a part of one team. So there's no, in the management structure, so there's no like cognition very much about the roles of heads of the program as such. But I don't mind, because it has been 20 years already, so I don't mind if it's the time to change or adjust something, right? But for the time being, we are still running the school as one team, one whole team. And the program is just like the concept of, it's like the army, We set up some kind of mission, and then we set up a team, right, to run certain program. It means that if there can be a new program, which is the collaboration between architecture, interior, industrial design, and communication design, and it can become a new program, so without the boundary. So that's the concept. But recently we discussed a lot because of that particular concept, and then the head of programs have a little bit of difficulty and a little bit of the recognition kind of problem when they would like to work with people outside the school. So that's one of the problems we will put here. So as a team, and it's clearer and clearer that our competitors seems to be focused if we look at the area of Thailand. But of course we are an international program, so the boundary of competition would not be limited to Thailand. But our direct competitor would be Chulalongkorn University, especially INDA, which is the international program. And Chiang Mai, this year they already started out a new international program in architecture. They got 10 students, so that's a newcomer, Mahidol is always there. So in Thailand, we know who we are, fighting against, or at least, playing the same kind of arena. So that's very important to know. And currently, we are running the school with the kind of human resources that we have. 50 teaching staff, and luckily, since we get our new comer Kuba, which is, I haven't talked to him yet, but Ajahn Phung say a lot of good things about him. So it's a joining force, and with the number of the people we have right now, 20% of our teaching staff are foreigners, right? So which is good start. Our kind of initial goal at this point that we would like to have 1/3 or 33% of our teaching staff foreigners, right? So that's we have 30 admin staff, and we have very unique. We have 20 designer and architect working at Redec. So that's compared to other school. Okay, this is the program we have. Okay, this is all things. What I would like to then focus on, this is the history of our school. And we can see that there are programs and there are research activities. In the past, we have been doing that for many years. And then, so our kind of core things that we are doing at the school is that we have like programs, and we start to develop some kind of labs, specialization in different areas. It's very natural for university that have been running for 10 years, 20 years to start to have specialization, which that I call that part innovation. Okay. And what we plan to do is that we would like to play in the international arena. Right. Okay. So going quick. So that's the beginning of our vision, right? The vision, it doesn't mean that we need to be or to be at the point right now, but we are aiming to be in the future, right? So that's the goal at this point. Of course, if we, I'm not so sure, if our team agree upon the vision, and then even though I'm not working as a dean, hopefully the vision would then be carried on to next dean, whoever he or she is, right? So, but that's what we are looking at right now. It's mean global innovation leader, right? Local inspiration, global aspiration. So that's what we would like to achieve. So the definition of it is there. We're accepted internationally as a leading organization creating innovation inspired by different localities for the world needs. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. And because of that, so we need to set up some kind of map to get there. We are not there, but we would like to get there. So it's like we would like to travel to Hua Hin, so we need to look at the map and how to get there, and we need to do something to get there. Okay. So there are elements of finance, human resources, the things we have to do, and we should focus on our customers. Okay. Okay. It doesn't move. So there are, different elements in here. We need to know about something at the international level. And since we are in Thailand, that would make us unique if compared to institutions in the United States or in UK or somewhere else. So we should be able to utilize the resources what we have locally, right, and integrate with the, as mentioned before, the world needs. And if we can integrate our unique knowledge in Thailand together with the goal to be a good player at the global level, so that would be a good direction to go. And another thing is that there should be some innovations coming out of our school, because I always say to people that why we need a university, especially at this time. Maybe we need less and less of the kind of university if it's for teaching, because right now in the internet, if you go around, you can find knowledge and information much more that you can consume, right? So it's not about access to knowledge anymore. So what more can a university give to the world, right? So why do we need a university, right? So we need to ask that kind of question. So if it's not for new things, right? We are maybe can be comparable to high school or tutorial school, whatever, right? We just would like to transfer the knowledge in some way, right? And transferring the knowledge, maybe we are not doing well on that too, if we compare ourselves to tutorial school, right? Because, why a lot of young generation, they would like to rely on tutorial school because they feel like if they go to tutorial school, the lecturer or the tutor can pass on the knowledge much better than the people in the school or in the university itself. So if the only reason why we need to have the university is because we would like just to teach or transfer the knowledge, that would not be enough, in my opinion, right? So we need to ask ourselves why we are in existence, right? And of course, right now there's a lot of things going on, and we are in the inevitable situation where there's a kind of competition in some way, right? Right now there are, I'm not so sure, at least 60,000 places available in the universities, right? That would not be filled in for some reason. For example, there are not enough people interested in coming to the university, or there's not enough young generation would like to get into the university. So if we are not selected, or if the young generation are not interested in joining the school, it means our school will not be in existence, which for me is fine, right? Because, if I'm not working here in the school, I can work somewhere else, doing something else. But, if we're still interested and share a lot of good things in the school and see the usefulness of the school, we should, keep running the school. And that's make ourselves, relevant, right? Okay. Okay. So what we need to do is that we need to introduce some kind of intercultural environment. And I think that's a good reason to have an international program. It's not the program that only taught in English, but it should be the environment. I'm not so sure. We discussed a lot about, eliminating all the lecture classes, or, why it be important for the students to be in the school, right? Except coming to hear or listen to lecturer lecturing, right? It's, we are building up kind of teamwork and connectivity, and, share some kind of purpose in life, or, goals in life. And at the place where we call the school, maybe it should have some kind of environment and equipment and whatever should have to, support the students who, the reason why they come to the university is because they would like to be successful in their lives in the future. So that's the intercultural environment we need to have. So we need more international lecturers, we need more international students. We would like to hear from people from different backgrounds and cultures, and, and that would make the environment in school so interesting. Otherwise, you just come to class and get the grades and then graduate, and then, what are you going to do next, Next one is that, again, how can we create some connectivity to our local context, Maybe some of our classes are doing that, but not all, right? So, but have we done enough to extract some kind of good things in our local context, which would then, in the future, drawing in more international staff or students who think what we are doing is so unique and so interesting and so useful and so inspiring. And then, they say, okay, only in Thailand you can do this, right? So but we haven't done enough, I think, to focus on that part. And another thing is that, what about kind of go out of the way a little bit, because a lot of time is what we're teaching in the class is that a part of my class too, I would need to discuss about the things that I was taught maybe not so long ago, but 20 years, some years. But we just repeating what we was taught, and there's nothing new, right? So we are like a maybe tape recorder, or we just like a hard organic hard disk or something, who just memorize a lot of knowledges and trying to play back the information to the student who whether they need or they don't need, I'm not so sure, right? So if we are just doing that, maybe, yeah. So innovation would then play a role in that part. It means that, okay, the thing we are teaching you cannot find in internet, you cannot find in, somewhere else, but you need to come to SoA+D to study with us. And because our team is so strong and it's so lively in the school, and that would be very useful for them to come. Okay, the last one is that, again, I'm not so sure this is true for all the things, but what I have heard and read from the internet is that Thai education is not so good, and one of the reasons is because we are looking at our students as the students, right? So we think that they need to learn, they don't know, they don't have capabilities, and so on and so forth. And because the only way they can improve themselves is that they need to come and learn from us, which we are more experienced, we are more knowledgeable, we are that kind of stuff. But I think, and because we're trying to look at that in Thai education, so we are not look at the potentials of young generation, which I think is, phenomenon is in some ways. They are, if they are being with themselves, they are very aggressive, they are willing to learn, they are very excited, motivated. But once they come to the school, and then the whole thing is just like, oh, this is the problem, I cannot feel good about myself, I need to feel inferior because I don't know this, I cannot do what the lecturer would like to do. But is that the way Thai education is going to develop? Why can't we encourage them to follow their purpose, and how can we facilitate the learning for them to learn more, and trying to get to their goals instead of our goals, right? So cultivating leadership, I think, is very important also for new educational institution, especially higher education. We need to work together, seeing them as colleagues instead of students, maybe. Because I have seen many times in my classes, in studios, in lecture classes, that this young generation, if we allow them to think, if we allow them to taste, and if we understand what they are looking for, and then they can do some projects that they can use the knowledge from somewhere else, not from me, but from somewhere else, but they can achieve the goals by we encouraging them to learn more. And because it's so fulfilling, the feeling of that they would like to achieve this, and because of our recommendation or suggestions would then at the end have them arrive to what they would like to achieve, and then they feel proud to themselves, and they enjoy learning much more instead of feeling inferior because you're a bad student, you can't do that. I cannot do many things, but cannot do something doesn't mean that I need to be bad or I need to be stupid, but maybe I'm good at something else, not the things that the lecturer would like me to do in the class. But of course, if we, with our experience, we feel the direction that they are moving on to is very useful for them, I think we should support them to learn and put the resource into it and learn together with them, and we learn, they learn, and it's going to be a very enjoyable experience, I think. So all of this, I hope, I hope that this would then happen in our school, which I myself, actually I would say I feel proud, especially in the past 2 years, working with you all, because everybody in this room contributing to a lot of progress in our school very much. So I'm very grateful for that. I enjoy working with all of you, and you know what you contribute to the schools. So that's, so I believe we can achieve this, right? Okay. So if we can do that, so it means that we can deliver the value, this value to our, let's say, business world that we call customers, right? But then, I'm not so sure, whatever the word you're using for it, but make the people who come to the school feel like they can fulfill their needs. So that's very good feeling, I would say. And then after that, hopefully they can step out of the school with confidence and with some knowledge and skills to work in the world arena. So that's, I think, what we are looking for. Okay, so that's, okay. Should I talk about all of this? Okay, so we kind of discuss about things and so on and so forth, and okay, no, too much information. Okay. So I would like to then inform you a little bit about some small progress that we with the help of Ajahn and Letdek. So our website is 60% done. Yeah. I need to make some guess there because it's not so sure. This morning before I left my home, and then I should look around all the icons and clicks and and then there's something in here. There's something in here that is not done. So my guess would be maybe 40% of it. This is not done, but at least right now it's workable. And if you click from our university website, and you can get to our new, more vibrant and more lively, more activities shown. So this is the kind of front door, it's like so people from all over the world, if they cannot visit Thailand, at this point they can just click and access and know our school from the website. So all the newbie workshop and exhibition and all the things are on there. And one more is that right now we have an attachment, it's like extension from our website is the link to Colorflot, which is the portfolio kind of program, which we already set up, and hopefully in this coming semester we should encourage our students and lecturers as well to fill in the information on that. So if you click from the website, come to Colorflot area, and then you can click into architecture and see our students. You can see by types of projects or things and so on and so forth. So that's the extension to the website. And with the help of our communication design team under Media Lab, right? So our new prospectus and brochures, I think done. I was called by Ajahn Put, which is now maybe in the monkhood, that the final version of this prospectus is going to be submitted in this seminar. So, so it's kind of very new. And other things is that we're trying to improve a little bit of the environment which is already done in on the ground floor. We have seen that, but we can do better. And that's done by Ajahn Phung and our alumni, which is okay, nice. This one, Ajahn Nick and Ajahn Phung already organized. We need to take care of our students more. And I think instead of just have them apply to the school without looking after them, so we have different activities to recruit them, for them to get to know us alive. So there will be the road show and the creative camp, and then if they admitted to the school, and then there will be newbie workshops conducted by Ajahn Chris, and then summer prep course and intensive English course. And I think Ajahn Betty and Ajahn Mu and Ajahn Chu has initiated this labs idea. So right now we have many labs, and this would be the focus of our seminar this time, right? So how to share and learn, and this is a new thing because it's not only about knowledge, but it's about the management and how to run it, and how we deal with the problem of financial needs and lack of people and a lot of things. Okay, so and in relationship to that, I think we are going along the same line as the university. This is what the university would like to do at KX, right? So the university would like to create this innovation ecosystem, which is, go beyond the boundary of the school and university, right? So conventionally, maybe we would then see ourselves in there, design technology, right? We always define ourselves into the design. But then in order to be able to invent something or create something new, we need to find our partners to help us achieving that. The private sector, how to improve the human resource, the funding from government, or our partners in science, technology, and of course we need some financial support somewhere, right? So I think with that in mind, the lab structure would then help us to achieve that. So it doesn't mean that when we talk about lab, we talk about research only. Maybe there's a broader sense of how to manage the labs, how to do networking, how to manage students, how can we use the lab as a part to motivate the student, to make them realize that they are not just learning old things, but they are creating something new, their own, maybe many aspects to discuss about in that kind of platform. Okay, and because it's been complained a lot about the connectivity between Bang Khun Tien and KX. So Pi Uan, where is Pi Uan? Huh? Pi Uan promised that in this new coming semester there will be additional van, right? Running from Bang Khun Tien to KX and KX to Bang Khun Tien. So this is in Pi Uan's hand. No, I'm not so sure. Yeah. But we discussed this last year. This is 1 year already, so we haven't got the van, but this coming August, the beginning of the semester, I would then say look, looking forward to see that's in operation. So if it happens, so thank to Pi Uan, she's the key lady. Okay. And for the environment part, we have this KX, and this is the infrastructure that the university created for startups at KX. So maybe if I'm going to discuss about something here, maybe too long, but we have everything, funding, the platform for do the pitching, all kinds. So maybe another session we can talk about it. And with the development of that innovation ecosystem, so in the near future, I think maybe the university would then change the platform into, instead of school, maybe into different specialization. Maybe we will fall into that particular peer, which is the design, innovation, and service design area. And some others, maybe science and technology, which would then is the task of school or faculty of science, faculty of engineering, and finance and business management would fall into GMI and graduate school of management. So maybe that would then become real in the near future. We need to get prepared for that. Okay, and our goal right now, we are working with a number of governmental agencies, on this innovation district project, focusing on Klong San area, right? So yesterday, we just got a good news from Ministry of Science that we got the support of $6 million baht support, not dollars. If it's $6 million, I'm going to go for vacation. Okay. 6 million baht for now. So it's for Klong San Innovation District. And I think this has been supported very well from Interior Architecture Program. This is what they have been doing. I think the whole program is very supportive in supporting the concept of Innovation District. And this has been done in Interior Architecture Studios, which is, I think, a good exploration and, in the area, and a lot of presentation we enjoy a lot. And because of that, it leads to the cooperation with Taksin Hospital, which they would focus on smart hospital concept. And Ajahn Ponyot already went there to discuss with them. So it's a good start, and hopefully it will develop into something interesting. Additional to that, we are working closely with KIT. So they came in and look around and then put one of the project in their studio. They propose a gathering space nearby the water body in the middle of the campus. That's where it's going to be located, and they asked to come in and present it to our vice president who's looking after Bang Khun Tien, and it seems like he approves it, and we're going to move forward. So it's going to have like a nice structure in Bang Khun Tien. There's some kind of innovation concept relating to that. Okay. Or another thing, maybe I cut off here, is about our students. Okay. So to make their quality of life better, what happens? No, it's not on, but that's okay. Okay. Or maybe because of the PowerPoint. Okay. So here's the design by Red Deck, the dormitory. So Red Deck team, this is the old dormitory room, which is only one unit, and in one unit there will be 3 students. So Red Deck team proposed that we combine 2 units. So that's the kind of a facility on the back, a small pantry, and the the bed, it would be moved to one side, and that's the wardrobe, and this is the dining area and the working spaces. So this, hopefully it will be done next year. Okay, that's the environment of the dormitory. So it's a little bit more nice. It's nicer for our student. Maybe if we work individually, is there. If someone would come in and have some meeting or talk or have dinner together or something like that. So that's going to be the new space for our students. So I think it would be more attractive to international students if they look at this. Maybe they feel fine. I mean, we should not make our facilities be an obstacle. If they look at the dorm and it's not nice, and it's not luxury, but simple and nice and clean, and okay. So that's the idea. What else? Am I talking for too long? Okay. Okay, maybe I just show this, but don't be serious about it. It's about the KPIs and many things. For example, how can we answer the questions of how to produce outstanding graduates, notable research and innovation, which related to the topic we're going to discuss tomorrow on the labs. Okay. Our contribution to society, a continuous improvement. Okay. Other things, relevancy, okay, publication, leadership, and contribution in R&I, and quality management of research postgraduates, international linkages, branding capability, right? Attract and retain. Not attract, but retain too. key competent and productive staff, state-of-the-art facilities, okay, and financial management. Okay, so that's roughly about it. There's a lot of people that I didn't mention, and why I'm presenting, but just to know that I'm very grateful to all of you. In the past 2 years, very interesting and very enjoyable. And financially, Kun Pla says that we are okay, right? Right now, okay. So right now, financially we are okay. So it's good, if you don't worry very much about money, right? And so we can focus on, and our director of Red Deck just recently be able to secure a big project for Red Deck, which is with Julapon Hospital. If it's true, and I'm not so sure until the contract is signed, but the figure is 50 million, right? So that's what, he do a lot of good things for our school. So thank you very much for Redec team and you know interior architecture is the leader in doing the interior design for the new building of the university, which is LX. The concept of the building is kind of showcase, trying to showcase the work of our staff. So please talk with interior architecture team. The idea of the vice president is that if we walk into the building, our lecturer should be able to point out, what we taught in the class, right? So if we are teaching lighting, so if you look at the lighting design, it should reflect the theories or the ideas we are teaching in the class. If we walk in the building, look at the graphics or look at the content displaying something on the walls, maybe it should reflect something communication design team is teaching in the class, right? So everything like that. Look at the furniture. So it's that this furniture is SoA+D concept. If you are in the auditorium and you listen to the sound quality in the room, it should reflect what we are teaching in the class. And in order to be able to do that, I think interior architecture team need a lot of help from all of us to give the inputs and creating some criteria in which they will use to finalize the final design of the building, which I think is the enjoyable project. And let's see, And the good thing is that the vice president said maybe there's a chance that it would not be right the first place. It means if you go there and there's something wrong with the lighting, maybe it's a good lesson to learn, and our lecturer who teach lighting should go there and trying to fix it and adjust it, to make it work. So these are the kind of thing I was assigned by the university to coordinate, and I have been working with them for a while, and they are working very hard, producing a big models and options and ideas, and together with the LEDEC team too. So it's quite enjoyable. Okay, another good thing I can come up with something right now is the facility management team. So if we don't know they are in existence, Ajahn Cho is the head of the team. So right now, even though our building are quite old, we are in the aging society, and our building start to age too. But Ajahn Cho and the team, Note, Kun Air, and P. Uan, Kun Pasert, everybody, I cannot mention all of them, but it's the good team trying to deal with bringing our building back into normal and good environment, right? So a lot of hard work put into that. Quite enjoyable. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention, and if there's some, okay, so now it's time to share, all right? And you can do whatever you would like, a complaint or suggestion or whatever. Anyone would like to start? And all of these, I would like to thank Ajahn Mo to all the planning, and and Ajahn Jan, who is helping looking after the admin office, and all the admin staff working very hard. I think a lot of problem, right? Admin staff, a lot of new things to do and a lot of new things to achieve, and keep working very hard. All the heads of the program, all the heads of the studios. This is not Grammy Awards, but yes.
Any questions from the floor, or you want to share the ideas, or shares your any complaints beside the van?
A lot of new international collaborations. I think most of them led by industrial design program.
Right.
Yeah, India connections, new India connections. So very aggressive on this, and the learning environment. I heard that industrial design program is transforming the studio in a new learning environment. Yeah, I think it would be interesting to hear,
Share the
yeah,
progress,
can industrial design
development
team
from
share what is going on in the program? I think it's fascinating. Yeah, I heard and I was inspired by the way they work. Huh? Oh, Ajahn went to India, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And connection with IKEA and a lot of.
Okay, for industrial design department, we try to link more with the university in Asia. So recently we have been signing the MOU with the National Institute of Design. Hold on, NID. National Institute of Design in India, which is the leading, actually the number one design institute is government in India. So they have around approximately 16 disciplines under one institution. Actually, they are 10th rank in the world for design institution. And this is government university. Actually, I have pictures, but maybe tomorrow I can show that. So actually, under one roof, they are much very advanced in terms of education. I think design education. Mainly, what we can collaborate with them are more a design-oriented communication design. They have slightly interior architecture, but architecture school are in India. They normally run separately as a university. And the other one we visit is called Ansao University, but this one is private one. But Ansao is a Indian leading kind of construction company. So actually the leader owned the construction company, and they thought that they needed architect. So they actually found this school, I think it's over 20 years ago. So it's one of the top private Indian architecture school. So this is the main two that we just started, and both of them never have any collaboration with Southeast Asian university. So mostly India, they have, with NID, they have mainly around the world, including South Africa. But Southeast Asia is kind of up and coming region that they want to connect it to, besides like mostly European and American university that they already are more focused in. So I think in India, design education is something very up and coming. You see that they advertise a lot even in the airline, that a lot of competitiveness because there's more demand in design and design related field. So actually for private school, A tuition per semester is cost like 1,500,000 baht. So they are twice more expensive than us. Still, it's very competitive to get in. It's like for NID, it's like out of 100 students, they select only one. But with population of 1,200 million population, even 99 who cannot enter, still great quality, I guess. So actually, I mean, it's a big opportunity for exchange because in India, Thailand seems to be quite luxury country, whereas the, like people are very kind of holiday mode, clean, advanced, like the way we look up to Japan maybe, because I was quite surprised that they all want to come here. It seemed like that. And I think the quality of education is, for NID, I really have to say they're very advanced. So in terms of facility and all those other things. So I think it's open for all of department that they already agreed to do MOU, so we can do workshop, exchange, co-research, and visiting professor. I think they're a very good partner and a lot of depth in terms of that we can learn between each other. Yeah.
Okay, and I think Ajahn Chai and Ajahn Ken just went to visit Temasek University, right? Ajahn Ken? Yeah? You just went there, right? Yeah, can you share a little bit about Temasek University and things? Or Ajahn, yeah?
I have been kind of have a very good friend from the Temasek Polytechnic. I have been knowing them for now is around 5-6 years. And because of the polytechnics, so I'm not sure about how the university, especially in Thailand, how they would like to collaborate. So this year, he's actually extremely interesting, and I'm trying to kind of co-develop together at particularly communication design program at the moment. This is again, it become very small step, but we're trying to find out the possible way to just begin with exchange teacher, or kind of we can visiting to them and then to understand or to collaborate. Because also the Temasek Polytechnic is one of the governmental polytechnic, which also have a great facility. But what they are interesting about us or communication design is because we run very unique way, which actually more concept-based. So in Polytechnic, they are actually teaching in a more diploma, which is more skill-based. But they are also integrated with some exchange between the more concept. So we kind of are looking at our school that we might not have a good facility comparing to the Temasek Polytechnic. But we have a more idea to driven, and our teacher also quite interesting to exchange, to learning in the more new environment. So also this can be our win-win situation that we are feeling in what they are missing, what we are missing. So this is what we kind of start working on at the moment. But of course, this idea is not coming from very all over the sudden. It's already we've been through underground way that with very intense discussion as friend, as a design, and as as a institution between the Southeast Asia, especially Singapore and Thailand, what we can do. So that's kind of the cases. And we also finding out very funny, in the Singaporean, they come to Thailand a lot. A lot. But they never come to us. Why? Why? Because they enjoy to shopping. In fact, because this is also that we need to understanding about their cultural background. We are not only like as talking as a business way, but we are once looking at to understand their character, what kind of culture they are, what kind of culture in here. So this kind of the development are more different from the slightly different approach to academic way, but I'm trying to kind of connecting to the more how to sustain the human resource. So that this might be slowly developed, but maybe we might be more consistent. So that this is what we are happening. Of course, any people is come. Of course, normally I kind of grab the chairman or other program that Jan just try to introduce. It doesn't any kind of person is come. So I'm keep doing it. So not sure that any kind of the future collaborations or more mobility. If I don't know, this kind of project is it's happening when we meet each other. It's not going to happening on the conversation only in the internet. We meet face to face and then we talk the right persons, right energy. Then we can be form the team to think in what could be the further. So that's what we discuss, and then perhaps of course this period we need to we as also programs we need to think what is the real possibility. We have a many kind of down part which is a polytechnics. I'm not sure that actually how university are looking. So that's another part that need to be more deeper research and discuss, and then can be connect to the, designer or somebody in the industrial, in Singaporean designer. We have a lot already graduate from those school, which is very high end. There's kind of the designer is happy to come and talk anyway. So that's actually what we did and what we discussed. And I don't know what we wanna, how we can be, push forward, but I think it's possible.
And maybe Ajahn Nong or Ajahn Pui can talk a little bit about Shiba Ura Institute of Technology
All right.
or something.
Yes.
Or yeah. Yeah, we are discussing about kind of international partners and collaborations and. Hey, Ajahn Nong is here or not?